Gekko was in his bedroom, watching videos on his iPad. He had been watching videos for so long, he had to use the bathroom. But he knew if he danced around a bit, he could make that feeling go away. It seemed to work for a while, but a short time later, he had to use the bathroom even more. So he began to dance really hard this time to make the feeling go away again. And that's when Catboy came by, and he said, "Gekko, are you doing your poo-poo dance again? Come on, just go and use the bathroom." And Gekko replied, "No, I was just dancing to some music." Okay, maybe I am sort of having a toilet emergency. And then Gekko ran to the bathroom. When he got to the bathroom, Gekko thought, I have to use the toilet right away, but I don't want to stop using my iPad. Maybe I can do both at the same time. So Gekko climbed up on the toilet and began to take a really big poo. But at the same time, he used his iPad. After a while, Gekko was so distracted by his iPad, he wasn't paying attention to what he was doing on the toilet. A short while later, Gekko heard a knock at the door. It was Owlette, and she said, "Hey Gekko, can you hurry up a little? I want to use the bathroom too." And Gekko replied, "Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm almost finished in here." But when he went to flush the toilet, Gekko realized that he made a giant mess. "Oh no," said Gekko. "Owlette's gonna come in here. I can't leave the toilet looking like this." And then Gekko thought, how am I gonna clean this toilet? It's so dirty. Well, when I get dirty, I take a bath, thought Gekko. So maybe I can clean the toilet in the bathtub. So Gekko used his super strength to put the toilet in the bathtub. And then he began to fill the bathtub with water. Then Owlette knocked again and said, "Hey, are you running a bath? Great, I want to take one too." Sure thing, Owlette, replied Gekko. "Just give me a few more minutes, okay?" Then Gekko quickly went to work, cleaning the toilet in the bathtub. And after he was done, the toilet was clean again, and he moved it back to its proper place. "Phew," Gekko said. "Thank goodness I cleaned the toilet in time. That could have been really embarrassing." Are you talking to yourself?" said Owlette. "Oh, Owlette, what are you doing in the bathtub already? I thought you were gonna wait a few minutes." "Yeah, I got tired of waiting, so I just decided to jump in." "So hey, can you pass me that scrubbing brush?" she asked. So Owlette began to clean herself with the same water that Gekko used to clean the toilet. Gekko," Owlette said, "why does this water smell so bad? And why am I covered in all this gunk?" "Gekko," she asked, "what did you put in this water? It's disgusting." Owlette," Gekko said, "I sorta made a mess today on the toilet. There was so much pee and poo everywhere, I didn't know what to do. So I kind of gave the toilet a bath." "What?" said Owlette as she jumped out of the bathtub. "You let me bathe in dirty toilet water?" "It's all because of the iPad," said Gekko. "I didn't want to put it down while I was using the toilet. And I got distracted and made a giant mess. I'm so sorry, Owlette. Let me try and fix this." So Gekko ran a new bath and scrubbed Owlette clean again. So what do you guys think? Should Gekko be allowed to use the iPad in the bathroom? Leave your comments below, and I'll see you in the very next episode. Catboy was in his bedroom when he felt like he had to use the toilet. so he hurried off to the bathroom. When he got to the bathroom, he saw that the bathtub was full of water. "Oh no, that water looks so scary," said Catboy. "How am I supposed to go pee?" And every time he tried to go past the bathtub, he couldn't do it. The water was just too frightening. So he ran out of the bathroom without taking a pee. Catboy left the house and found himself in the garden. And that's when he thought, "I don't know if I can hold this pee in any longer. I might have to go outside." And then he spotted a pile of sand on the ground. And he thought, "Hey, that kind of looks like kitty litter. Maybe I can go pee out here." So Catboy scouted the garden to make sure nobody was looking. And then he took a really big pee. After he was done peeing, Catboy thought, "I'd better hide this mess before somebody finds out." So he covered his pee with sand until it was completely buried. And then he left, pretending that nothing had happened. Back inside the house, Owlette and Gekko came to the bathroom. "Wow, look how dirty we got from working in the garden," said Owlette. "Yeah, it was a lot of work building that sandbox outside," said Gekko. "But we're gonna have so much fun playing in it tomorrow." "Go ahead and jump in first," said Owlette. "The water is just right." So Gekko took his bath and made himself clean again. Meanwhile, Catboy was back in his bedroom, and he had to use the toilet again. But this time, he had to take a poo. So he ran out of the bedroom and went back outside. "Oh, what am I gonna do?" said Catboy. "I can't use the bathroom in the house. But maybe," he thought, "I can take a poo in this sand pile, just like when I took the pee here." So Catboy quickly scouted out the garden to make sure nobody was looking. And then he took a really big poo. After he was done, Catboy noticed that his poo looked really messy. So he quickly shoveled some sand to hide his poo. And after he was done, he quietly snuck into the house again. The next morning, Owlette and Gekko came to Catboy's bedroom. And Owlette said, "Hey Catboy, we have a surprise to show you." And Gekko said, "Yeah, it's out in the garden." "Oh, out in the garden? I wonder what that is," said Catboy. Then the PJ Masks left the bedroom and went outside. "In the garden," Catboy said, this has nothing to do with this big sand pile back here, right?" "This pile of sand," said Owlette, "is our new sandbox." You're gonna seriously play in this thing?" said Catboy. "Are you sure about that?" "Yeah," said Gekko. "We spent the whole day building it and filling it with sand, and now we're gonna have so much fun." "Oh no," thought Catboy. "I pooed and peed in their sandbox. I can't let them play in it." Then Owlette said, "So, who wants to be first to play in our new sandbox?" "Oh, me, said Gekko. "I want to be first." Then Catboy ran up and said, Are you sure it's safe to play in this sandbox? I mean, what happens if the sand gets under your clothes? You could get really itchy skin." "Oh, come on, Catboy, it's just a sandbox," said Owlette. "Yeah, guys, can you get out of the way?" said Gekko. "I'm gonna take a running jump." But just as Gekko was running toward the sandbox, Catboy got in his way. And he fell into the sandbox, and poo and pee went everywhere. Gekko and Owlette helped Catboy get back onto his feet. But they took a few steps back when they saw what he was covered in. "Ew, ew, ew, I'm covered in pee and poo," said Catboy. "How did all this pee and poo get into our sandbox?" said Gekko. "Oh, I know who," said Owlette. It must have been Romeo. Who else would have done such a thing? Romeo, hey? Said Gekko. Then we'd better go after him. Yeah, let's go find Romeo and make him clean up this mess, said Owlette. Guys, said Catboy, I kinda have a confession I need to make. It was me. I peed and pooed in the sandbox. Well, why would you do that? Said Gekko. When I went to use the toilet yesterday, the bathtub was full of water and I got kinda scared. So I came out here, and I guess I used your sandbox as a toilet. Catboy, said Owlette, you gotta overcome your fear of the bathroom. You can't be using the garden as your toilet. So the PJ Masks went back inside, and Catboy took a bath. And Gekko and Owlette made sure that he got really clean. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed watching today's episode. So do you think Catboy had enough toilet training? Let me know in the comments below what you think, because you just might see it in a future episode.